without further ado, let me jump into all of the stuff that I have and start with my feelings and opinions. Bidao is buzzing. This project is buzzing. There is a lot of hype around this project. There's a lot of promotion around this project. There's a lot of people talking about this project. You know, what about Bidao? What about Bidao? What about Bidao? It's everywhere. I'm getting a lot of response. Um, I'm getting a lot of response on my videos, on these Bidao videos, so it inspires me to keep going and keep working and keep finding information for you guys. So, with that being said, I am not here to promote the project. I am not here to create FUD for the project. I want people to have a fair and honest review of the project. Could it be a scam? Absolutely. Could it be the next best thing in DeFi since sliced bread? Absolutely. We don't know. We are in limbo with this particular project. So I don't want it to be taken that I'm spreading FUD, and I don't want it to be taken that I'm shilling the project, because I promise you, the information that I'm about to give you, I'm not shilling the project. If I was, my opinions would be a lot different with, let's say, the reward system that's out there. It came to my attention this morning, and I have to be very tactful about how I say this. I do know for a fact that Bidao does pay YouTubers to quote unquote shill their product. If you go to Data Dash's initial video that I showed y'all, I do believe that he said that they were a paid sponsor when he did it. In some quick scans that I did earlier, you can see that BitBoy on his comments about Bidao said that he got paid less than half of a Bitcoin whenever he promoted Bidao, the project, the company. Okay? And just remember, when I say Bidao, I'm talking about the company in general, and sometimes I should say bid whenever I'm talking about the ICO. So there are people that have been paid to promote this particular project. Whether or not they are influenced by that payment, I cannot say. I really trust Data, or should I say trust Data Dash's opinion, but he's out there making money. Some people would say BitBoy's just out there shilling altcoins. Some people would say that he's honest. Same thing with, say, Superman. I have whenever I get done talking here in a minute, I have 3 videos that I'm going to play. One is from DaVinci J15 whenever he first purchased Bidao back in, I believe, September. Another one is, I'm sorry, the first one I'm going to play, I do believe is from, no, the first one I'm going to play is from DaVinci. The second one is one that DaVinci did a couple days ago where he discusses Bidao. In the DaVinci video, it also talks about some kind of refund, and then there's a link in that video to get to the how-to on refund or this or that. That video is no longer public, so I can't get to that video to see what it is. Maybe somebody can, as far as some of the private videos. Then there's also a video from Superman as far as what he thinks the project will do. Then I plan on going into some other information that I found comparing Bidao to something that is very, very similar in the way that it's presenting the ICO. Okay, so without further ado, let's go on and move on to the video parts of this. Okay, so I'm going to be quiet for a few minutes, and I'm just going to play these videos through without any commentary.
One more thing, I want to talk about the Bidao chain as well. This is an ICO, of course. If you're interested in getting this ICO, it's really straightforward, right? You just hit get token, and then it will give you a chance to log in and create an account. And remember, this account is a cryptocurrency account on this web page. So do not lose a password, or else you will lose your crypto. Right? You will receive the bid tokens, and yeah, and then you could do the little lady style once it becomes available on exchange, and that's exactly what I do. To do the same thing that I do, right, and sell half as soon as it becomes listed. And if we're in a profit when it's listed, sell half, get that money back right away, and let the rest ride, right? And then you can maybe even buy back when if it falls enough so that you can get back in and get the little lady style happening again. And because that's how the ICOs work, man. They fall down after the listings, then they come and then they do a super pump to some crazy multiple. And so I'm looking for that with this particular coin. All right, so what questions do we have?
From Colin Beck, and he wants to know your thoughts on Bidao ICO.
The Bidao ICO. Okay, well. Well, I think what happened with me and Bidao remains, and I am concerned with whether or not they can actually produce their product. Now, if they do so, that's great. That's even better for me because that's less work for me. And I owe them 10% because that's part of the contract. That 10% of what I earned would go back to them for completing their project. So that'd be great. I hope they complete their project. I hope it does work, and the investors are happy. So that's what I'm looking for. But the way they act, they're like, I mean, as I watch them, I'm like, oh my god, no. Wow. All right, next question.
You see, when people say, oh, first of its kind or best blockchain to do this, you just know it's bullshit. You know that they've been fed something from a troll box somewhere. Maybe it's like their Telegram group or something, and they just come out with ludicrous statements, that self-aggrandize, their investment. And it's just like, come on. Like, it's just... Like, this is a year of growing up. Do you invest in the odd ICO? No. I was looking into this, right? I was looking into the Bidao thing. It's a stable coin. Someone's got to tell me why. Why? They've got partnerships. They got Chainlink. They got Tron. They've got Ontology. They got Binance. They got Qtum. They've been featured in all these things. But you look at the team, and they look like they're 12. And it's like they try and boast these credentials, like top 10, number 10 in the top 100 young entrepreneurs in the world, 3x Apple developer conference scholarship winner, marketing, Accenture, Bain and Lint, this one, Duke University. And you think, in 2017 you'd be like, oh, I'll take that. 2017 you'd be like, oh yeah, they're superstars. In today's climate, it just looks like a crowdfunded project. It's just like a Kickstarter. It's just like, stablecoin, got these partnerships, we're really bigging them up. But actually, I don't necessarily think this is going to be as massive as people think. Tell me. I've done, I've used my network to look into this, and they're just like, and when my network say that, they tend to be right. I mean, I do think that this is probably going to I think this is going to pump purely on the hype, because of the built up hype. There's so many people that have asked me about this, and I think that because of the hype, it'll do well at first, but then it will be a here today, gone tomorrow.
All right, so there's a few videos right there that he's another. Yeah, I need to stay out of the comments so I can get through this stuff. So the other thing that tends to come up is the Liberty OS and the Bidao similarities. So I found the Liberty OS website this morning. and I found the Bidao website. Well, I already knew the Bidao website, and I wanted to compare side by side the websites. This is one of the areas where people try to say that this is a scam. Are they right? I don't know. Could they be right? Yes. There are striking similarities to how it's done. I do have an answer as to why these similarities are this way that comes out of Bidao's troll box. Yeah, the publicity is okay. They have to pay. Um, but once again, it's right out of Bidao's Telegram. So my whole purpose for this video, and the reason it says urgent and caution, like I have said numerous times, if you choose to invest in one of these ICOs, it should not be money that you cannot afford to lose. It should be money that you would waste at a racetrack, that you would waste at a poker table, that you would waste somewhere else where you would literally throw hundreds and thousands of dollars away. If that's the money that you want to waste, that is the only way you should invest in one of these projects, or to potentially take some profits from one of your other coins that you may have made over the past few months and invest them. Do not think that this is going to be a get-rich-quick scheme. It may be a get-broke-quick scheme if you're not careful. That is why I am putting this video out, to let people know the information that I've found. I do have from a very reputable source that I trust that they do reward people that shill the coin very handsomely for a given period of time. And that's another reason why I'm doing this. I want you to understand that some of the hype is 100% shilling. Yes, you can say all companies advertise, but it is a considerable amount. It may not be the amounts that people divulge to you. I cannot divulge the amounts. All I can tell you is from a very reputable source that I trust, I've heard the numbers, and it's kind of shocking. Okay, so comparing Liberty OS to Bidao. Okay. This is the libertyos.net homepage, okay? And any of y'all that have been to the Bidao homepage, this might look strikingly familiar to you. Invest now, 50% staking reward, invest now. And they go through their vision. Ivan on Tech did a video on them. I did not watch this video. I have seen this guy in another video to see what Liberty OS is. I have not dove deep into Liberty OS. However, from what I understand, it is a Linux based operating system. Linux is open source, but it looks like what they did, just at a first glance, I have not researched this, so don't take this as a fact. It looks like they took Linux and they put a lot of stuff on top of it to cater to a certain market. Maybe they built a better mousetrap. Maybe they're just trying to get you. Maybe because all your cryptocurrency wallets are in it, it's a backdoor way to get to your cryptocurrency wallets. So once again, it could be something to be careful of. Okay? So once again, as you go through their homepage, it is very similar. 4 or 5 people. This is also out of Germany. Okay? The email address, as you can see right here, it's in Germany, UG. Their email address is hello@liberty.net, which is the same address for Bidao, kind of, being... and actually, you'll see that here in the white paper here in a minute. So whenever you go into the Liberty OS and you earn lib tokens, this looks just like the bid token offering. You'd be staking at 50% and earning that amount of lib. It is uncannily similar to this other project, or to Bidao. If you were to try to buy, it looks a little different, but these are all the options that you have to buy. But once again, you can see that, they have this USD $700 part here. Yes, it does seek more tokens, but right here, minimum investment, 150 USD. Whenever you go into this wallet over here, somewhere it tells you minimum investment USD, but right here, here's the 700. It's already put in here. You have to click that you've accepted the token offer and privacy policy. I have the token offers coming up after these two parts of the vid. And whenever I do post this vid, I will go back and timestamp it so you can come back to individual portions of this video. There, in the previous video, they said something about confirming your hash. I haven't had to do that when I did any transactions. Right here, hello@bidaochain.com. Their actually Liberty site is a little more difficult to get around. Wallet, white paper wallet. Let's see, that's the wallet. Actually, you'll see the Liberty one is LibertyOS or it's hello@libertyos.com is what it is. So I just wanted to show the striking similarities between these two sites. Once again, could it be two different people trying to scam us from two different ways? Yes, it's absolutely possible. I want people to be cautious. I want people to be skeptical. Okay? This is all about doing your own research. I'm just trying to show people what I have seen and what I have found and what I have heard. Okay? So the Liberty OS, we looked at the front page here. So something else I did was I went ahead and looked at the company information between the two companies. And I went ahead and Google translated it. Is this one still? Yeah. So I went ahead and Google translated it. This is the company information with the various addresses of the companies or whatever. And then you can also look at this kind of flow chart. And whenever I looked at it, I do believe that, well, Bidao right here had a name change. It used to be this Middle Earth Dane, whatever, and then it changed. Also, it tells you about, if you go in here and you click around a little bit, it will tell you about the change at the top of it. So they are companies that are registered with the District Court in Munich, HRB. This particular one is registered with a court in whatever that is, Memmingheim or whatever it is, as well as a local court. Okay, but you can click on these little areas and do more research. It will take you to who these people are, or what they do, or what the company information is. So I have been diving deep into the various companies themselves. Okay. Now, whenever I get rid of that information, actually I'll just leave it up and I'll pop it up this way. If you look on a map, this one I do believe, I can't remember which one is which, but the distance between the two is 75 miles. They're both in Germany. They are both in Germany, and they are about 75 miles apart. So, just got a message on Discord, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. So, that is the difference between the two companies as far as distance goes. So, if we look at the token offers, okay, and I was going through starting to highlight this, and I forgot to finish it up before I finished, but I will link this stuff below, and you can go and look at it yourself. Okay, you have two different targets, or I'm sorry, two different token offer agreements, and you have, once again, you have striking similarities. the page numbers might be a little bit different, but it talks about definitions, the operator, so on and so forth. Right here, purchase agreement 414243. Purchase agreement 4142 and 43. Okay. Then you have the token distribution. You have the right to modify the white paper, suspension right. 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is just in the table of contents where they're strikingly similar. Okay? Just in the couple areas that I've highlighted, if you look, initial token offering is the lib token. Initial token offering is the Bidao token. Offer period. Operator is Bidao UG. Operator is Liberty Blockchain Technologies UG. Participant. Let's just scroll to a random place in here and let's go to 4.1. Let's see what it says. 4.1. The operator hereby represents and warrants the following is true. The operator hereby warrants and that the following is true and accurate. It's all the same information between these two companies. Their token offer, their right to modify. We talked about that in a previous video. Let's look at the Bidao project is described in detail in the white paper. It's described in detail in the white paper. The operator reserves the right in its sole discretion to modify any of the content. The operator is entitled to suspend the token sale. I'm sorry, I went to two different parts, but right here, number 7, the operator is entitled to suspend the token sale at any time before the acceptance of the participant offer and regardless of the participant's offer for a certain period of time. Same information. 8. The initial token offering described in this token offer document is solely governed by German material law. But that was in 8.1. Solely governed by German law. And I think just by me doing those few spots or whatnot, y'all get the idea. In the past, legal regulations pertaining to cryptocurrencies, it's all the same wording. Therefore, the initial token offering, guess what? All the countries that are illegal, they're listed just a little bit differently, but it's all the same countries. So that kind of gets through those two parts of it. Okay. I'm going to leave that up there for a minute. And with all those cautionary tales that are being out there, the question is how or why could it be possible? I told y'all I am not out here to spread FUD. I am not out here to support the project. I am not out here to do anything. I'm out here to give you bits and pieces of information that I have found. Okay? In their Telegram, this is the description that they have as far as why or what. And they say this was discussed in the early days and is a months-old conversation. Both companies use a standard website offering from a hosting provided. The team know each other, and so Liberty OS was apparently asked Bidao about what was a good provider to use. And if you look in the white paper, they all use the same. They used the same German legal firm to provide advice after Bidao explained how they did it. And then it says they were first to that. Adrian Woodward here, which is one of the mods in there, said he was one of the first to spot it in the early days. So do your own research. Make sure that you're careful. This is a very cautionary tale as to what is out there. Could it be a scam? Absolutely. Absolutely it could be a scam. Am I going to call it a scam? That's not my place. My place is to give you a fair and unbiased opinion and give you the information that I have found and or heard. Would I invest $10,000 in Bidao or Liberty OS? No, I wouldn't, because I'm not willing to lose that amount of money at a poker table in a night. Okay? And that pretty much concludes my cautionary tale as to everything that's going on here. I'm gonna take a look at the chat real quick, and then I'll answer some of y'all's questions, concerns, and maybe have some more information, or more information that y'all want me to try to find, and I'll track it down.